Hi everyone, Kirsten here. I just wanted to check in with you guys, let you know that I have not fallen off the earth. Matter of fact, I was watching some of my friends who have YouTube channels and watching their videos, and that's what prompted me to think, when was the last time I posted a video? So, I know I did the bears just by seeing 4 grizzly bears on the Beartooth Mountains, I think it is. Well, which should be fitting because it's bears and bears, bears on bears. Okay, now I'm going to go into a whole thing with, what was that? The children's books, Bears on Wheels? Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's how my mind thinks. Anyway, yeah, so I posted the chipmunks and the bears a few weeks ago, and I couldn't tell you where July went. In reality, it feels like the 4th of July was not that far ago. Oh my gosh, just, it wasn't that long ago. Anyway, let's see, things I am doing. Well, I gotta think when I am here. Next Tuesday, I'm going to the play. It's called, I think it's like Wild West Spectacular or something. Obviously, I cannot film that while I'm there because that would be frowned upon and I'd probably get kicked out of the theater. And then, the following Tuesday, August 13th, I am going to go horseback riding for the first time since I was 10. And I was talking with my mom yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, you were on a horse before back in Death Valley when you were really small and we took you out there, you just rode around in a circle and whatever." And I'm like, "Well, I don't remember that." The one I do remember, though, is my mom had a friend that lived down the road when we lived up in west central Minnesota who had horses. And so she was going to take us horseback riding, although it wasn't really much of anything. It was a long driveway, and we went from one end of the driveway back out to the, the road, and then went back to where we started from. But besides that, I got off the horse, and the horse picked up its foot and then put it down, and when it put it down on my foot. And so I lived in a time, or probably the end of the time, where children are to be seen but not heard. And my mom was busy talking with her friend Dory, who owned the horse. And I was like, "Excuse me, and my mom would a couple of times looked at me and said, "Shh, the adults are talking. We're talking. Stop interrupting. Kirsten, stop it." And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this horse is standing on my foot. And finally, I'm like, my eyes are probably bugging out of my head. And Dory looks down and she goes, "Oh, the horse is standing on your foot." I'm like, yes, it is. My mom's like, "Well, why didn't you say anything?" I'm like, So anyway, since then, I've stayed away from horses. I'm sure horses are lovely creatures. They look wonderful and majestic, and people love them, and I have a lot of friends who love them, and they have horses, and yeah, anyway. So that was like 45 years ago. So on August 13th, I'm going to go horseback riding, and I will take some video as much as I can. Obviously, probably not while I'm bopping around in a saddle on the top of a horse, but I'll get some horse shots and some scenic shots, because it's supposed to be a 2 or 3 hour backcountry horseback ride. So anyway, so there's that. There's still some things I want to do here in Cody before the season wraps up. I'm here through probably September 30th, well, probably October 1st, and then I'm heading down to Denver on my way back down to Arizona. I know that's kind of a off the beaten path. Most people would take maybe 15 right back down through Utah and Arizona and into, a little bit of California and then into Arizona. But my daughter lives in Denver, and two of my sons, as of right now, are flying out, and my third son might actually fly out too. My three boys still live in Minnesota. Anyway, so I'm going to hang out with them for about a week. And then the middle of October, I'm going to head down to New Mexico. I am going to be in a art in the park kind of fine art craft fair thing. I think it's like for 2 days. And I'm going to get myself back into selling my books and publishing more books. And I have books in the works. It's just, time just goes too fast. And there's just not enough time to do everything that I do. Oh, yeah. I got crazy and painted my nails glitter green. I have never had green nails in my life. It's not bad. I mean, it's, you know, I just never got around to it. So me and my nomadic crazy life, I'm now painting my nails green. Anyway, let's see what else. Yeah, there are things I want to do here in Cody before I leave. Lots of them, as a matter of fact, but time kind of flies, and so there you go. Oh, let's see, what else? Oh, but while I'm down in New Mexico, I'm going to stop at, I want to stop at that very large array. If any of you ever watched Contact with Jodie Foster, you know what I'm talking about. That's at that big satellite dish field that's got like 22 or 32 or 44, I don't know, something like that, those big satellites. So I want to stop out there, and then I have to go to Roswell, obviously. Roswell, and I want to go to White Sands, and there's a couple different places that I want to do. I'm also going to take the road, well, I'll be far enough south in New Mexico that I can hop onto Highway 8 and then take that through like Tucson and the southern part of Arizona. And then when I hit Yuma, I'll go north on 95. But yeah, so I should be getting back out to Quartzsite for the winter. Well, I have to be out there. It's going to be like right before Halloween. I'll be out there because my grand master plan is I'm going to find a spot in an LTVA and take my car out of the summering. My car is summering in Arizona, and I've been watching the temperatures, and you know darn well my car is really mad at me because it used to live a nice life of living in a garage, not temperature controlled, but I mean it wasn't outside either, but it was in a garage, and we were never apart. My car and I are like this. We are like besties. I see it every day. I would drive it nearly every day, except when COVID was around, then no one did anything. And now it's been sitting in Arizona since I dropped it off in storage on April 6th. Today is July 31st. Bet you anything my car is ticked off at me. I did all the things. I, pulled the battery things and put mothballs all over underneath the hood, and I shoved foil up the tailpipes, and I bought a fitted car cover that reflects. I mean, it's silver, so I can only imagine that if you go out there and look at it, be like, oh my gosh, it's like really bright, because I'm sure it's just glowing in the Arizona sunlight down there. But yeah, I gotta go get my car. So after my car finishes giving me grief and probably cursing my name, actually I should get down there earlier in the week, a couple days before Halloween, because I need to go get my oil changed. Anywho, after my car accepts my multiple apologies, yes, November 1st and 2nd, I think it is. I start my, not so much a book tour, and actually if you want to call it a book tour, I start that mid-October in New Mexico. But November 1st and 2nd starts my tour of different events throughout Arizona. I'm going to be in and around Phoenix, Wickenburg, Yuma, a lot of stuff around Phoenix, like Gilbert and Mesa and Scottsdale and that kind of thing. Into 2025 then, I will be doing more gigs in like Southern California, and yeah, so that's all that stuff. And but in my travels then, I will put out more videos because I'm actually doing something. And let's see, what else was I going to say? Yeah, that's how fast things go. It woo, goes right through my brain. Can't remember anything. But yeah, so when I'm out driving around and doing things, then you will see more videos. And but like I said, I hope to do a few more things here in Cody while I'm still up in Wyoming. I'm going to head through Thermopolis, and I'll stop and get some shots of their hot springs. I was out there in April, but it was still snowing and cold, and I just didn't want to be outside. Thank you very much, because I came off the desert floor in April and then drove into pretty much snow and cold, and I thought, I'm not in a good place right now. So yeah, and then down in Denver I'll catch some stuff, and I know we're going to go hiking into the mountains and such. So I'll get some of that. And if I go back to Meow Wolf, that's right. You read it and you see it, but you don't normally say it. Okay, so that, yeah, if I go back to Meow Wolf, and I'm sure we will. Matter of fact, I'm pretty darn like 99.99% sure we will. I'll get some stuff there. And then, if we go to Rocky Mountain National Park or something like that, or we head up to Estes Park, which is, in Rocky Mountain National Park, or Garden of the Gods, or, even just Red Rocks. I mean, I can get stuff up there as well. So I haven't forgotten about this channel. I just wanted to let y'all know. Also, what's today, July? So sometime in August, September, I'm going to order the stickers that I've always wanted for this channel, that I've got designed and everything. I just, you gotta sit me down in one spot and let me do all this work. And this is what happens when you own 3-4 businesses and you don't have time for anything. And painting your nails a glittery green is the highlight of your life. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. There are more videos coming. Oh, I gotta tell you, on that Beartooth Mountain Pass thingy. First of all, a couple things actually. One, never drive it at night. Don't drive it in bad weather, rain, snow, sleet. Just say no. And don't, matter of fact, before you get on it, there's a sign that says, in either direction, if you're over 40 feet long, do not take this road. And yes, quite frankly, I wouldn't take that in anything except a car, a motorcycle, or a small truck, a truck. When we were out on the road, I kept saying to the person that was driving, my friend Allison, she was driving, and I kept saying to her, oh my God, I would never, ever take my RV up this, because for those of you who don't know, you have a mountain, then you have about 6 inches of gravel, then you have a very thin lane for driving, then you have like a very small skinny stripe, and then another small lane, and about 6 more inches of gravel, and then a very long fall down. And I mean, yeah, they got some of the guardrails up, but you can tell people have run into them and bumped into them and twisted them, and yeah, anyway. And I kept saying, oh my God, first of all, I would never bring my RV up because my RV is pretty much the width of those driving lanes. But also I kept saying, oh my gosh, we're still going up. And the top, the summit is at like 10,947 feet or something like that. And we got out at the top and walked the path to the summit, you know, the very tippy top of the summit. And I get all the way up there and I'm about to, you know, turn on my camera and start filming, right? You know, like a 360 of here's, you know, the summit. And my phone doesn't turn on. My battery died. I got a lot of footage. I got probably, I think, 38 video clips, and I've since downloaded them to the computer, and I have to put them in the editing thing, and I'm going to, yeah, it's about 3 hours of footage, so I'm going to make a couple videos out of it, but yeah, I had a laugh. I walked back down the summit, got in the truck, and went, yeah, my camera died. Anywho, all right. So that is pretty much about the excitement of my life. I have, after today, I have 61 more days in Cody. I have to jam everything in that I want to do in Cody in those days. Then I head down to Denver, then New Mexico, then bop out to Arizona. And I was telling Allison, the one who actually drives me around Cody because my car is still in Arizona, I was telling her today that, you know, last February and March, sitting in courtside, I always wanted to go out and do different, you know, events or go see different things or whatever the case may be. But if you remember from one of my earlier videos back then, it's like I want to do it, but then on Thursday, the rain would come in from those atmospheric rivers coming off the Pacific Ocean, and it would start raining about Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and be cold and windy and stormy and just awful. I mean, just awful. I watched more movies those 8 or 9 weekends during those 2 months because I didn't want to go outside. It was just gross outside. So, so that long list, and I have it written down somewhere. Put it this way. It is, oh, this is going to bother me. Hold on. I have it right here in my handy dandy calendar. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things I want to do that I've never done because the weather was poopy. Yeah, right here. My list. Yeah, I want to go up Q Mountain. Of course, I know that'll, my inner mountain goat will be thrilled, but Q Mountain. There's an old quartzite shack, the Hoya Canyon, Joseph Cohn's cabin, historical gold eye mine. There's some more rock designs in La Posa South that I gotta find. Indian footprint, Skadden House, Gold Nugget Mine, Kofa National Refuge. There's a lot of things I want to do. And so I'm hoping that the weather is nice in October, November, November and December when I'm in quartzite. And then I think what I'm going to do is bug out like I did last year. And not, you know, part of me wants to go to the RTR and the Big Tent Show and all that, but for the fact that so many people come into town, and I have been to my fair share of conferences and trade shows and expos and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I don't need to go play parking lot. And unless maybe I went really early, but I remember last year hearing, you know, people running into each other and lots of car crashes and stuff out on 94 with people trying to pull into the parking lot. And oh my gosh, yeah, probably not going to happen. I will bug out of there. Actually, I had lots of fun in Yuma last year. Yuma does a really nice job catering to the snowbirds. and I've got some dental work to be done, and I'm going to go do my vision down in Mexico this year. Oh my gosh, things to do. Anyway, so I've got 61 days to get my crap together here, do whatever I'm going to do in Cody, Wyoming here, and then the party starts again. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to figure out something for dinner, do a little more work, and then get to bed and get ready for another day tomorrow. Fun, fun, fun. All right, we'll see you kids later. Thank you very much for watching my update. And again, I'll get some videos out. I haven't fallen off the face of the earth. You know, whatever. All right, see you later. Bye.